This video starts, let's make one thing painfully clear. Comfort is not equal to happiness. You see it all around you. You see the depressed person who arguably has it all. They have a phone to watch videos on, just like the one that you're watching right now. They have food on the table all the time. They can order an Uber Eats, DoorDash. They have a refrigerator full of food. They have a roof over their head. They have a country full of opportunities. Yet they are still depressed. They are still unhappy with their life. So obviously, happiness does not come from comfort. It does not come from pleasure, from things being easier in your life. Meanwhile, you have people in third world countries. You have people who live more humbly, and they are the happiest people ever. You talk to them, there's this life energy to them. There's this positivity to them that is really magnetic. They're so humble, so happy, so united, so cheerful. A cheerfulness that you see in today's day and age, it is so rare. It is so rare. You go outside right now in America, in the Western civilization, everyone is on their phones. Everyone looks unhappy. They have a depressed look on their face. They don't walk around with a shining smile. Why is that? Have you ever wondered? Seriously. I used to be like that. I used to think that being more comfortable meant more happiness. Yet right now, I'm putting myself through more pressure than ever before. Yet I'm also the happiest and most satisfied that I've been ever before as well. I am going to HVAC school soon. I have to pay off my car. I have to make these YouTube videos consistently. I am putting these pressures upon myself, and there's a lot of stress going on in my life at the moment. I'm transferring into adulthood. I am already an adult at 19 years old, but I'm in those beginning stages of adulthood where I'm building myself up and I'm building something for myself. Yet, my stress is so high, but guess what's also high? My happiness levels. How does that work? How is it that back then, at 16, 15 years old, I was way less happy when I had way less responsibilities? All I had to do was go to school, come home, hang out with my friends, play video games. Do you ever ask yourself that? That's exactly what we're going to uncover on this video. So if I caught your attention with that, you're going to learn how to be happy right here. Literally, you're going to learn how to stop that horrible depression that haunts you. Finally, all I need is a few minutes of your time. I need you to put down the phone and just listen to this. Don't scroll down to the comments. Don't go on, what else should I watch on YouTube? If you want to solve your depression forever, this is it, my friend. Take it from me. I am in one of the most difficult stages of a human life, arguably. That stage where you're not an adult quite yet, but you're also not super young. That transferring stage where you're starting to mature and you have to build something for yourself. If not, you'll be a fraud in life. So listen up. The first tip is going to be to work towards something that truly matters. When you look around today at all the people who are unsatisfied, unhappy, what's something that they have in common? They have nothing to work towards. When they wake up, what do they say? Why am I even waking up? Why am I here? What's my purpose? They don't define their purpose well. In my case, guess what I did? Now I have a purpose. I am pursuing YouTube. I am pursuing an HVAC degree so I can get certified in HVAC and start working and making lots of money through that. I'm growing my audience on YouTube. I am building myself up at the gym, my physical body. And now I have some muscle, okay? So I have goals to chase. Therefore, that's one reason not to be depressed. Is it the entire cause of depression? No. I will be going into other points, but I need you to get this down. Go out there. Just think for a second, man. Go out there and go for a walk around the park in silence. Reflect. What are my interests? What are my hobbies? Today, we live in such a stimulated society. A society that is always stimulated by social media, by Netflix, by YouTube. And we have absolutely no time to just think for ourselves. Okay, what is it that I want from life? No, we have all of this information constantly being fed to us on what to do, what to think about. Oh, this politician went against that politician and they're doing this and you should believe this, you should believe that. A bunch of bullshit. Meanwhile, you're over here struggling with your life, not finding a purpose simply because you can't sit down in silence for a few minutes. and really reflect on what you want out of life. And how to pursue that thing that you want, because there will be a lot of obstacles. Many people will tell you, don't do that, man, it's too risky, or this or that. But it is your job to actually pursue what you love, regardless of the noise. My second point is going to be to deal with stress. Listen, bro, the culprit of feeling down, of feeling demotivated, feeling burnt out, feeling like the world around you is falling apart is stress. And I want you to think about something. Notice how at the beginning of the video, I said that my stress levels are as high as they've ever been before, yet I'm still happy. How do I do it? Stress management. But because even though at 15, 16 years old, I had a mild stress, I only had to go to school, that stress was piling up. Day after day after day after day after day, the stress of school was piling up each and every single time. Therefore, it led me to a terrible depression. It led me to a terrible sense of uselessness because I was chronically stressed, because I didn't know how to manage the stress. Just like me, you probably think that the only way to deal with stress is every single time you get out of work, every time that you get out of school or something, the first thing that you do is go out with your friends and party and just have a bunch of fun, go out drinking. No, my friend. Or you think that you should go and watch Netflix, you should watch a movie, you should scroll on TikTok, go on YouTube, play video games. If you do that, it's no wonder that stress is conquering your life. It's no wonder why you're depressed. You have to understand that fun and stress management is not the same thing. When you have fun, you are suppressing your stress. You are not releasing it. So that means that in the next day, that stress is going to pile up again and again and again and again, because you're not actually dealing with the stress. You're merely suppressing it. You're only suppressing it, but you're not actually dealing with it. So how do you deal with the stress? Well, I gave you a hint. I gave you a hint in this video. It is silent walks, journaling, meditation. Yes, actually dealing with stress is not fun. It's not fun like you think it should be. It's not fun like, oh, I'm gonna stimulate myself so much, bro. I'm having so much fun in this video game. I am de-stressing, supposedly de-stressing. No, you're not, my friend. You're suppressing emotions, and that's not something you should do. You should confront those emotions, confront the stress, write down on a journal, well, okay, I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that. Meditate, okay, I'm feeling this, feeling that. Go out on a walk, nature walk, relax. Just let your mind idle for a little bit. Just look at the leaves. Let your brain process through everything. That's why it's so important to meditate. And it is because I have 1 to 2 hours of free time. This leads me to my next point. 1 to 2 hours of free time each and every single day. You can be really busy. You can have a really packed schedule. But set aside at least 1 hour of free time. 1 hour, that's all you need. 1 hour of free time so you can actually do these stress management skills. You know what? Fair enough. From work, you can play video games, you can do whatever the hell afterwards, but right after that, you need some stress management time. You need some time to journal. You need some time to meditate. You need some time to nature walk, to go to the gym. Going to the gym also de-stresses, by the way. You are contracting your muscles. You are releasing that tension that your body is feeling because you are stressed. Therefore, it releases stress and it also helps. But don't drown out your emotions like most people do. Because most people, they think that, oh, I'm just going to suppress my emotions by having fun. And that's how you end up with a horrible mental health crisis. Notice how people who live humbly have a lot of time to process. They're not constantly being stimulated by all of this technology. They live really humble lives. They don't even have much technology to think about. They don't have much technology to pick up and just distract themselves with. Hence why they're so happy despite having arguably so much more stress than we do. Understand that there has to be a dopamine and serotonin balance. Dopamine is a chemical in your brain that actually allows you to pursue stuff. It motivates you to actually pursue goals in your life. Serotonin is the here and now chemical. It's basically just a chemical that allows you to be happy in the present. Literally just do nothing and you're happy. You're just happy, you're just chilling. You know where you're just looking at the stars, you're outside just chilling in nature, and you feel this sense of bliss? That's serotonin. You can thank serotonin for that. And that is why meditation is so important. That's why journaling is so important. Because you have to have these times in your life where you let your brain just idle and do nothing. So your dopamine can recover, and also your stress levels can go down. Therefore, you're processing the stress, and the stress from one day won't carry out into the other. Let's say that you have a huge semester of school coming up and you think it's going to be the most stressful thing ever. But guess what? You don't have to deal with that stress piled up. Like, oh my gosh, it's going to be so much stress and it's just going to go up and up and up and up over time. When in reality, you should be going through one day of school. Okay, this day was really stressful. Bring down that stress through the de-stress activities that I just laid out. Okay, next day of school, stress goes up. Okay, afterwards, stress goes down because you're not carrying in all of this stress throughout the year. It just goes up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, because you're actually taking care of the stress that you feel afterwards. So I hope this gave you some insight on how to be happy and actually be more satisfied with your life. But literally, man, that is all it takes. Basic stress management skills so you're not always packed with these things in your mind, thinking about things 24/7 because you're so stressed that you can't think straight, you can't focus on anything, and have a clear goal that you're working towards each and every single day. If I ask you right now what your plan is for the next year, you should be able to answer that. And if you can't, you better get to work on it, because that's also going to give you something to work towards. And in order for that thing that you're working towards to not stress you out to the point of corruption, to the point of you just absolutely hating your life, stress management skills. I hope this helps you, brother. If you want to join a Discord server filled with young men and women just like you who are also on their self-improvement path, go ahead and join that link in the description, all right? See you there. And remember, a man who masters himself is truly free.